In my trials, Lord, walk with me. In my trials, Lord, walk with me. When my heart is almost breaking, Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me. You know, as I was singing that, I thought, I love so much music, and I'll sing so many pieces from a variety of different sources. I grew up being immersed in folk music. Well, what is folk music? Folk music is the music of the people. Well, is not all music music of the people? Yes, yes it is. Of course, we've got pop music and country music and rap music and hip-hop music and folk music, singer-songwriter. We've got world music. We've got... And it's always struck me as interesting that there's Celtic music, and there's Scandinavian music, and there's French music, and then there's German music, and then there's world music. That's not actually the case. You see, every culture has a music of its own. And when we list out Western European music by individual cultures, and then we just say, well, then there's Chinese music, and there's Japanese music, and there's world music, there's African music. We're forgetting the richness. We're not naming each culture's music to the same degree as we name Western European music. Now, I grew up playing the bagpipes. I grew up listening to very specifically music that came from, well, I've always had an affinity for music that came from Scotland, and can identify differences in bands from Scotland and Ireland. But that's European music. And if we're going to do a global classification, that's European music. In fact, you could say that it's Western European music, but then you also have to say there is Eastern European music too. Labels are important as identifiers, but when they become walls, they cut us off from each other, and they cut us off from the beauty that is knowing another culture. The best music is when you have people who know the music that they grew up in and know it so well. And they know it well enough that the one thing that they want to do is find someone who grew up with a different musical culture, and they work together and they make something beautiful and new. I love those collaborations. And that's what occurred to me while I was singing that little verse. Well, now I'm going to read to you Psalm number 85. And as I read these Psalms, remember, these Psalms, they come out of a culture. They are the music of a people. They are folk music. They are music of worship, of lament, of sorrow, of praise. Learn the culture that the music comes from, and you will know the heart of the people. Take yourself out of the center and learn with an open heart and mind. Learn another culture. Psalm 85. Lord, you are favorable to your land. You restored the fortunes of Jacob. You forgave the iniquity of your people. You pardoned all their sin. Selah. You withdrew all your wrath. You turned from your hot anger. Restore us again, O God of our salvation, and put away your indignation toward us. Will you be angry with us forever? Will you prolong your anger to all generations? Will you not revive us again so that your people may rejoice in you? Show us your steadfast love, O Lord, and grant us your salvation. Let me hear what the Lord will speak, for God will speak peace to their people, to their faithful, to those who turn to God in their hearts. Surely God's salvation is at hand for those who know God, that their glory may dwell in our land. Steadfast love and faithfulness will meet, righteousness and peace will kiss each other. Faithfulness will spring up from the ground, and righteousness will look down from the sky. The Lord will give what is good, and our land will yield its increase. Righteousness will go before God and will make a path for their steps. Amen. God be with you till we meet again. When life's perils thick confound you, put unfailing arms around you. God be with you till we meet again.